Come what may, day 24, Make Me Feel Better project. Share what I've learned about feel hurt and what to do. Issue about when you get your feelings hurt. Always maintain and know your limits to know if you to maintain that relationship. But never be hurtful or mean. And don't share with the whole wide world what's going on. Regurgitating. Just give people the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes they're hurting, or someone might just need a hug with no words. That's beneficial. We all go through this. You have to protect yourself first and your well-being. If you're born to have well-being, abundant. If you feel that that individual is causing you, it's toxic, harmful, you gotta step away and be kind. If you feel like you didn't intentionally hurt someone, not on purpose, acknowledge it. Genuinely be sorry about it. Move on. Make peace. If someone intentionally, purposely hurts you, that's emotional and psychological abuse. Set your boundaries kindly and firmly. Acknowledge your negative emotions without falling into self-pity. Focusing on your well-being is crucial. Be clear and direct about your feelings so there's no misunderstanding. And listen. Even if they say something you don't want to hear, just listen. And you talk, just listen. Don't interrupt. Take deep breaths. Know how to respond without getting explosive. Sharing how it hurt your feelings. Avoid the blame game. Game never does any good. Just share how it hurt you. Know your limits. Oh, you're speaking down. No yelling or screaming or rolling your eyes. Think about it before you speak. Pause. Not all behaviors are intentional or unintentional. To decide, always be courteous and kind. Decide and know your limits and boundaries. And if they're not for you, then you have to, like I said, know your boundaries. Courteous and kind, and they don't have to be your best friend anymore. Be loving and accepting of radical acceptance. Unconditional love. Respond with grace. Share them how it affected you. Maybe there was just a misunderstanding. A lot of things are just misunderstanding. But no one has to be right or wrong. Then, in a kind, courteous and kind way, tell them why it hurt you after you've identified the situation. Using I statements for conflict resolution instead of making accusations towards somebody is key. You just don't know how they feel that day. Maybe they're out of alignment. Give them a chance. And radical acceptance of unconditional love. How you respond to it, not react. When you take the time to think about this and identify these questions, you have a better discussion. Consider these questions with yourself. Was it intentional? Person having a bad day? They not feel well? What happened preceding the discussion or disagreement you had with them? There's a lot of factors that come into play. Another way to about things. Coming from, was it intentional? What happened before? What was going on at the time when it happened? Learning to recognize your feelings and how it hurts you. Asking them and communicating that will help you get a better resolution and work together. Learning to respond with empathy and firm boundaries will definitely resolve the problem in a more healthy way to where you both benefit without reacting and just responding and communicating without pointing the finger and blaming. Learning to respond. We have social and emotional hurt feelings because our feelings were unmet, denied, and we were unheard. A lot of the social hurt we feel comes from feelings of social things that we've gone through that stem from feeling are feelings of feeling not heard or unmet, or things have been unmet of what we expect or ignored or criticized. Feeling hurt is a natural human response, just how we handle it. As we get older, we have a tendency to handle these situations a lot easier. When you're a teenager, your brain is still developing, so it's a little more difficult. The pain and hurt you feel could come from how close you are to a person, severity of it, or just the act itself. Teased, ridiculed, betrayed, it's endless. When you say you feel hurt, you're responding to some feeling of maybe being criticized, abandoned, ignored. There are avenues, processes, and ways to process your pain to improve your relationships or conditions, whatever you're going through. So it's very normal for the pain to feel hurt and have strong, intense pain when you feel hurt. Research shows that the brain processes emotional pain the same as physical pain. Hurt feelings can be very painful after some kind of interaction such as that. This can be very unpleasant and lead to even more unpleasant feelings and hurt and distressed, awkward situations. This is a common experience, so you're not alone. It could happen just in a regular conversation and you don't understand, but something just sets you off and you get all distressed and upset and you get your feelings hurt. Have you recently been hurt by something someone said or did or acted or believed recently? I'm going to talk about what you should do and what it all means or what learning. Because sometimes I get my feelings hurt and I got to look at myself when you feel hurt. Have a great one.